scooters? Do you like to dance? Do you like crazy rhythm? Do you date fucking trance? Do you date pop culture and what it does to your head? Grab a beer, go online, rock with me instead.
Hey friends, welcome to the MaD Radio podcast. I want to thank everyone for listening. We had a guest scheduled for this episode, but a family emergency came up and he was unable to join us. So we send all our thoughts and prayers, if you're the praying type, out to him and his family, and hope all that gets situated out and worked out well for him. We hope to have him on next week when his schedule is less hectic and less bad things are going on. So this episode, no guest, just as the love line would say, the love between the two hosts. That's all we got. But I think it's a good episode, and hope everyone enjoys. What's the most someone should get in a divorce settlement?
It depends. What's the dude worth? Because we both know who's ended up with the money here.
Like, how unfair is that? Like, it's 2014. Women are allowed to have jobs. You know, like, so I understand if, like, you got married and then at, like, 20, you had kids. And the woman stayed home and took care of them and, like, didn't go to school, didn't have a job, and now she's 45 and they're getting divorced and she has no work experience. I understand alimony there, right? Like, give her alimony.
Well, it depends on what he's worth. Imagine if I got married to somebody right now, just kept my current job for the next 20 years, and then I had to pay them, like, whatever for alimony every month. Any amount would just be, I would not be able to do it.
I agree with you. I agree with the premise.
They should do a comparison. The same way that they compare how much women get paid to men, 77 cents on the dollar. They should do the same amount of math to figure out how much dudes make on divorces, on average. Because, actually it would have to be
there's a major problem with that math in that it's not job for job. It's average female salary to average male salary. Okay? Where females, the jobs that are high volume females are like teacher.
Right.
A DMV worker, like jobs that aren't high paying. So it's like if they're doing the same job, it's not that often that there's that big pay differential. There is one, but it's like 5%.
Right. Well, there's also a huge leap with that math too, because like you just said, it's not job for job. Almost anybody that uses that little factoid not only implies, but just straight up says, like, if you get the same job, you get paid 77 cents to the dollar, as a man.
Which is not what that stat says.
It's completely not the opposite, but completely disingenuous. Which means they're not only bad at their jobs, they're awful at, expressing details too.
No, the real stat is still disturbing. Like, that shouldn't be so. Right? Like, there's a reason why some jobs are high volume of females. Because they're better suited for that work. Well, they should be paid.
Right.
With the same social strata of job.
Well, right. That just makes sense, but...
Okay, so this woman, her husband, obviously was a oil guy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Mr. Harold Hom.
I don't like him already.
Oh, he's from Oklahoma.
2 strikes.
She was given a settlement worth an estimated $1 billion.
Jesus Christ.
She is appealing.
For more.
She's appealing for more because her ex-husband, her soon-to-be ex-husband, is worth an estimated $18 billion.
That's the worst part of it all, is either if they're okay with it, it's some smug satisfaction. Like, yeah.
Excuse me, it was only $995 million.
See, Come on now, you fucking fucked up the facts there. That bitch got screwed.
Oh, excuse me, $995 million, and their ranch in California, their Oklahoma City home, and assets worth tens of millions of dollars.
Can you imagine being worth $18 million and the court orders you to get out of the house?
You're not millions.
What hotel do you even go to?
Oh, there's some like 15 grand a night hotels in New York City.
Right, but I mean, say you live in Oklahoma City and you're like, shit, I gotta move out today. It came in.
What is your rent? Like, these like 15 grand a night hotels in New York City, what's your rent if you decided just to stay there for a year? Let's do that math.
Well, they'd probably cut you a break, you know?
Okay, if you have a hotel room for 15 grand, I don't think you believe in the Costco model.
That's a good point. So what, let's say, 10 times, let's just say 50 weeks.
Dude.
10,000, that's 50.
I just did the math. It's 5.5 million.
What's that?
It's 5.5 million is your rent for a year. If you have 18 billion, right, you get a housekeeper, cable.
Good point. Why not just do that?
Right? Like, what? Really? That's not that much money, right? Like, if you have 18 billion.
Well, okay. So 5 million is what?
No, seriously? Even for, like, you, okay? If you made just slight adjustments to your standard of living, like you spent like $100 less a week on drugs, and you like moved into a hotel room, you get a maid, cable, free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I think the maid is a big one, right?
Not at all. I don't like people going through my shit at hotels.
See, like,
I want them to
you've never seen my room, but there's nothing in my room. I don't have things on my wall.
See, you're built for it then.
Yeah, like, I don't care. Like, you can go through my stuff. Like, what am I hiding?
I guess they could go through what do I really have to... It's just kind of a creepy thing getting back and like, oh, somebody's been all over my things. They moved this and they fucking...
You ever stayed in a hotel and you're like, awesome, the bed's made.
That's true. I mean, it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, I feel bad. Like, we left this place all tore up last night.
Can you imagine... You have 18 billion and a judge orders you to pay 1 billion. Are you upset about that? Like, it's 1/18 of your wealth? Do you say...
I feel like somebody that has $18 billion is an asshole. And even if it was like 500 million, they'd still be pissed and fight for it.
Like,
don't you think?
They're upset about their $50 speeding ticket.
No, I feel like maybe, okay, I could see that too, but I feel like a dude in that position, I wouldn't be shocked if they paid lawyers more than they were about to lose just to not lose it. Just to be like, I'm gonna show that fucking bitch, you know what I mean? If you make $18 billion, you're a fucking, probably a vindictive, aggressive asshole. I'm just guessing.
And like, what's wrong with that dude's ego that he couldn't just pay her enough to stay?
Well, sounds like she's kind of a bitch. I mean, $1 billion isn't enough. What does she have planned? What does she foresee happening in her future that's gonna be like, that's just not gonna cut it? How old is this lady? This former hob.
I'm sorry?
How old is she?
No clue. They were married for 26 years.
So she's old. What kind of
Yeah.
lifestyle does she plan on living? And who is she gonna leave the money to? Buy a few less Ferraris? I mean,
how weird is the concept that, like, you get to leave your money to someone else?
I don't know. I'm not against it. Although I don't know that I'm gonna be left any. I'm still not against the concept.
Like, that person didn't do anything to earn that money. Literally, they're profiting from your misfortune.
But you did, and you worked hard so that your family would have that money to be passed on. You know what I mean?
So if you have a bunch of money in the bank when you die, you pay for your own funeral, post-mortem, and, like, but no one should get to keep that money.
It's not like a video game. I think they definitely should. You earned it. Who does keep it? Where does it go then?
NationalDebtClock.com.
This is probably the most communist shit I've ever heard you say.
No, I'm just saying that I find the concept bizarre that we have such an entrenched cultural value that people think about what they're gonna leave for people when they're gone. Okay, what Uncle Sam did for you was way more valuable than what your grandchildren did to help you make that money. You see those roads? You didn't build that. No.
I can't even pretend to join into that.
I just don't like the inheritance. Like, think about how many people are living off of the Vanderbilt money. Like Anderson Cooper. Okay? That dude was a billionaire before he got into reporting.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is he even doing it then? Relax, Anderson.
He's good at it.
I'm not saying he's bad at it.
But that dude, he got a slice of the Vanderbilt money.
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, dude, his mother's last name is Vanderbilt. He's a billionaire.
Where did that money come from?
Some dude named Vanderbilt basically built all the railroads in the country in like the 1880s or something.
That'll do it. So Anderson didn't really get in his spot on CNN because he was that great at it.
No, he did.
Oh, family probably owns a chunk of it.
You realize Anderson Cooper was the only reporter who worked at CNN who, like, volunteered to go to Hurricane Katrina? And that made his career.
No one would go? Is that?
Dude, he volunteered when it was, like, evacuation orders and this is gonna be bad.
Oh, like right as it was hitting.
Right as it was hitting, like, right when it was, like, people were like, yeah, I don't have a death wish. And then he showed up at Hurricane Katrina and was out there, just standing out there, like, doing just the cliche. It's based off Anderson Cooper. Like, his Katrina coverage, he won.
In that situation, where do you hide at from a hurricane?
I would hope, like, you have a strong umbrella.
You just tie yourself to a pole and just get a metal umbrella. Now the pole would even go.
The girl from Seinfeld?
Yeah. I don't know her name.
She was a billionaire before she started acting.
I'm calling bullshit. That was my bullshit face right there.
Yeah. Julia Louis-Dreyfus? Look this up. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
She's only the second Julia, when you Google Julia.
Oh, I was incorrect. Not a billionaire. She's only worth, $200 million.
Oh.
She has a billionaire father, though, who's gonna...
Yeah, when your dad has a Wikipedia page. Yeah, he's worth $3.4 billion.
Yeah, guess where that's going, homie?
I guess this is the lazy part of me, but I don't understand. Your dad's worth $4 billion.
She's worth $200 million in her own right. Like, before her billions, she made $200 million.
You know, that's a weird thing. I guess once you have that, you're like, okay, well, that probably makes it a hell of a lot easier to go into acting.
Right? You're like, I don't have to worry about, like, living off ramen.
Right, yeah. I mean, call that, yeah, that's quite the safety net.
Unimaginable wealth. Like,
your safety net is, if this doesn't work out, I can do literally whatever the fuck I want the rest of my life.
You realize how many people win the lottery and it's like 50 million and they're like, in their head, they're like, I'm set for life. And
then they get fucked.
Well, okay, so the ones who make it on TV, those people all screwed it, okay? But there are a lot of people who won the lottery, they've just sort of coasted through life and it worked, right?
Hell yeah. I could give me $50 million. I'll be alright.
Right. That'd be a nice problem to have.
Exactly, yeah. How am I gonna manage to, yeah, with all this lottery winnings? It's overwhelming.
Okay, what was I saying?
Billionaires. Elaine from Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah, like, these people, they win the lottery. Okay, and they're like, I'm set for life. And your safety net is that times 100.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
No, excuse me. Your take home. Okay, take their take home, which is going to be like $25 million. If you win a $50 million lottery, your take home is going to be about 25. Okay? After, Uncle Barack takes his cut.
That bastard.
Right. Praise Fillmore.
That's right.
Yes, Millard Fillmore. What's our Millard Fillmore fun fact of the day? While you're looking up what we had written down as our Millard Fillmore fun fact of the day, I'm going to finish my point. Your take home's like $25 million. Your fallback account is like 500 times that.
Right. Well, and
imagine that.
I mean, that's my point, I guess, is why would you even, I feel like I wouldn't succeed in anything because I wouldn't really care enough that, I mean.
Like, can you actually spend $1 billion?
I would have to, there's some ridiculous expensive shit though, isn't there? I mean, technically if you really wanted to, you could find shit.
No, but like, $1 billion, you can spend $100,000 and not notice.
Yeah, but there's like really expensive shit, right? I mean,
wasn't Evander Holyfield, like, the upkeep on his house was like $14 million a year?
I don't even know who that is, but I see shit like
Evander Holyfield? You don't know who that is?
I don't read about a lot of rich people. It makes me jealous.
He's one of the greatest boxers of all time.
When was he alive?
When was he alive? He's still alive, dude.
Oh.
80s, 90s, when he was active. He's also one of the biggest stories about how you can go from being on top of the world to broke in like 5 months. And
he's our model then. If we're trying to spend $1 billion,
one of the ways to do that is to have a house where the upkeep is twice your income.
Well, who even told him that was a good idea?
I don't think he was thinking very much when he's making all that money and like, dude, I want a pool lined with platinum. It's just gonna be, instead of water, it's gonna be crystal.
When you're making that much money and taking hits to the face to make it.
The brain damage didn't happen.
Oh, right there. Alright, I've got our Fillmore fact.
Okay. Our fun Fillmore fact of the day?
In 1846, Millard Fillmore, praise Fillmore, he helped found the private University of Buffalo, which today is the public university at Buffalo, the largest school in the New York State university system.
Wait. So it was a private school and then it went public?
Yeah, he's a total dick.
That sounds like communism to me.
Well, of course, he wasn't a strong
but I'm sure Overlord Fillmore had the right idea in mind, and it worked out, didn't it?
He was the last Whig president. Of course he had the right idea in mind.
Dude, like, can you imagine if someone ran under the Whig party today?
Oh, we should do that. We've got 2 years.
2 years to found a political party and get on the ballot.
It's already there, right? No, first off, you're missing the first step. We have to go worldwide with the podcast. Have to become infinitely successful. Then we have to get all the fans we don't have currently to support.
Do you think if Howard Stern created a political party today, he could get that party on the ballot in 10 states? For this upcoming presidential election.
But I mean,
I have no clue how hard it is to get on the ballot, but I'm pretty sure it's hard.
I'm sure there's got to be something that makes it really difficult. But if anybody had a chance,
lesbian kisses party, okay? Do you think he could be on the ballot in 10 states in 2 years? Like, that dude's got a big audience.
And there's a lot of people that don't really follow him closely, but there's a lot of like disenfranchised adults that would just be like, yeah, that's funny. And I would probably go along with it. I'm one of them.
Adult in air quotes.
Well, right. Grown-ups. Legal adults.
See, podcast listeners, he grows just a little bit of facial hair and starts thinking he's an adult.
I'm plucking at it. It looks so awful. Can't wait
You're
till
doing
November.
the thing I do, where you just sort of scratch
How do
it.
you get rid of the itch?
Oh, what you do is you rub some Vagisil on it.
Fuck off.
If I didn't laugh during it, that would have been an awesome time to hit you with that one.
I know. If you would have just done it calmly, we should have just kept rolling with it, actually.
No. Like, let's address when I deliver a joke incorrectly.
Yeah, that's good. We got to call it out.
I don't know if we've done that one on the show before, but me and Matthew have a running joke.
I've even flipped the Vagisil on you before.
Yeah, we have a running joke, and that anytime one of us is complaining about something, we just tell them to, hey, just rub some Vagisil on it, walk it off.
It's the funniest now when
it just comes out of nowhere.
Even rub Vagisil on. We'll work on it, guys.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Kind of fell apart there. I feel like Fillmore Facts was more successful in the Vagisil joke this episode.
There has to be even more fun facts about Fillmore.
I thought we were only doing one an episode. I had a bunch of them. He has a fictitious ancestor by the name of Millard Fillmore, who's a duck.
Do tell.
I don't know. I just saw it at the bottom. I'll click it right now. The MaD Bro Radio Podcast, where we read Wikipedia so you don't have to. It was a comic strip written and illustrated by Bruce Tinsley that has been syndicated by King Feature Syndicate since May 30th, 1994. The strip follows the exploits of its title character, an anthropomorphic, green-plumaged duck who works as a politically conservative reporter at fictional television station WFDR in Washington, D.C. His name is a pun on the name of the 13th President of the United States, Millard Fillmore.
Oh, you know who name... Okay, let's try this again. You know who else's name is a pun on Millard Fillmore?
Whose?
Willard Fillmore from the movie Screwed.
That's not on the Wikipedia page.
It's a fact. Look up the movie Screwed with Norm Macdonald and Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle plays a character named Rusty Hayes, which is a playoff of the President Rutherford B. Hayes.
Is this something I should be watching?
Oh, dude. You've never seen Screwed? It also has Danny DeVito in it.
No, I haven't seen it. Is it good?
It's really good. Like it's from like what, 2000? So like it's comedy.
Yeah,
it's
2000.
It might be a little dated.
I like Norm Macdonald. I like Dave Chappelle, Danny DeVito.
Dude, it's funny.
Penguin. Sarah Silverman's in it.
Briefly.
As Hillary.
Yes.
I'm gonna check it out.
It also has George Jefferson in it.
I don't know who that is.
Moving on up to the... No? Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's a good movie. But his name is a pun on Millard Fillmore. His name is Willard Fillmore. It's about a butler who accidentally kidnaps himself. Holds himself for ransom.
Okay, 10 things we should know about Millard Fillmore. He had a great fucking haircut, by the way. Swooping out the sides.
It just swoops.
That's nice. He's got the Evo swoop, and then he's got these weird, like, wings on either side.
I think, so what would it be like to be like the least known president?
Is he the least known?
Yes.
Oh, that's why we're okay. Yeah, that's why
we're bringing him back into prominence.
We're bringing back Fillmore. It might be alright, I mean, cause the most well-known are not necessarily well-known for good things. At least nobody's shitting on him all the time for being the worst. Or are they? Is he the worst and the least known?
Well, he kind of extended slavery for a bit.
Oh, there's nothing,
He,
Wig's gonna wig. It's not even what wigs did. I don't know.
Yeah, what was the Whig Party's thing?
I tried clicking their thing, and reading about it, but it was, to be quite honest with you, boring as fuck.
Okay, so I see on his Wikipedia page he was a Unitarian.
You know what they need is Wikipedia. That's what they need. Wikipedia.
It's like
You can just learn all about it.
detailed descriptions of every Whig politician.
Yeah,
ever.
only Whig-related things on this Wikipedia page. That would be awesome.
No, it's like it's modern politicians from a Whig's perspective.
Yeah. That would be so... We should start
They're real
that.
iffy on Rand Paul.
Yeah. The Whigs haven't quite figured out what they think of this fella yet.
No, but I see he's a Unitarian. Okay.
It says right there, it was the last Whig president.
Okay, I've moved on. We're talking about a different thing now.
You said Unitarian, isn't that?
That's a religion, homie.
Okay, what is a Unitarian then? Educate me.
It's just one of the alphabet soup brands of Christianity. Which was to my point, like, why did we need like a billion different types of Christianity?
Well, because there's leaders in it, and the leaders want to make up their own rules.
Is there like a billion types of Judaism? There's like 2 types of Islam. And they fight about that.
I bet there's more than 2, right?
I don't know. I mean, I'm speaking from a position of complete ignorance on the subject.
As am I. I mean,
There's just 2 I know about.
You knew it was a religion. That's how we got here. I don't even...
Well, it said religion, Unitarian.
Well, I didn't get quite that far. I got fascinated by his signature, which is right underneath. That's a beautiful signature.
Really?
Beautiful.
How is your signature?
Not good, but I'm gonna try and steal his
Wait, I have something to show you. You're gonna need to tell the listeners what you're seeing, okay?
Okay. I'll describe it for you listeners. But before I do, Millard Fillmore is a great M. It like sucks into the middle of his name. Like there's a black hole in between Millard and Fillmore. Okay, he's showing me. It looks like, hold on, let me full screen this. Oh, Christ. He's got a fucking framed piece of paper that appears to have the signatures of, I'm gonna guess, every president on it. How am I surprised by this? Maybe that's not what it is. He's moving it so much I cannot see. I'm gonna hope that's what it was. Either way, it's some nerdy shit.
Could you even tell what that was?
No, it was a bunch of signatures.
Because I'm a nerd, I have a framed poster that has examples of the signatures of every president.
I hit the fucking nail on the head, including the nerd thing. Jesus. And it's not even hung up. You have it sitting next to your desk, like, so you could pick it up at any time.
Well, like, see, if you can't tell, I'm at a wall space. I have the Beatles poster up here.
You just told me you have nothing on your walls.
See, I want in my room. This is my office.
Wow, snaps for Davis.
Right? You gotta be professional when you run a podcast. Because, unlike some of us, this host takes his job seriously.
I do too. I sleep right next to my computer just in case any podcasting needs to be done.
Right? You're always on call.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
What was the name of the gay president, other than Frank Underwood?
The one you're related to?
No. How dare you?
He was!
No, Franklin Pierce was not gay.
Oh, Buchanan then.
Yeah, James Buchanan was gay. There we go. Now,
how gay is it that we discussed presidents enough together that we've had this discussion many times before?
Now, the interesting thing with my Uncle Frank, Franklin Pierce, who I'm related to some way, he's the only president not to take the oath of office.
That's right, because he was a fucking communist.
No,
a godless communist. He took his oath to
like, he was elected president, and, like, on his way to Washington, his, like, son died, or something?
Yeah, when he was on the train ride, his son died, and,
he was having a crisis of faith, so So when they did the oath of office, he was just like, mm-hmm.
He didn't completely disavow it. He just very quiet.
Yep. Well, I mean, I would repeat, but my hand's there. I'm nodding.
Yeah, this is enough, right? That's pretty dark, though. But wasn't he friends with Buchanan?
I hope so.
Because that's very progressive.
Millard Fillmore was a member of the anti-Masonic Party.
I read that, on the History Channel website. That's one of the fun things that they wanted you to know.
Dude, that's why he's not remembered. He was the last president out there fighting the power, fighting against those Freemason overlord Illuminati scum.
That's a good point. How come he's our favorite president and not like Alex Jones? Why isn't he interested in this guy?
Because Alex Jones is a pawn of the Illuminati. Do you think you have a successful radio show in which you speak truth to power and the power not shut you down, especially when going out over...
Get bigger?
He's regulated. Alex Jones at least used to be regulated by the same FCC who's just bending over backwards for the cable companies.
That's a good point.
Like, the FCC can be bought. It's the same people.
Such a likable dude, though. I want to root for him a little bit.
I don't like how Alex Jones does so many things that are blatant attention whore stunts.
Such as standing outside gatherings of very prominent individuals and yelling into a megaphone.
How about showing up to the 50th anniversary of the Kennedy assassination with a megaphone, and then acting indignant when they're like, "Hey, dude, we're having a moment of silence, dickhead."
Yeah. That's a good fucking point. Okay, he's not a likable guy. He's not a likable guy. I take back what I said.
But he's clearly a pawn of the machine, who's out there to spread disinformation, because our boy Millard here, he was a president. He got to power fighting against those Freemason scum.
How come he wasn't assassinated?
Well, what they did was they just took away his power and all his ability to be important.
Oh, I guess why didn't they just do that to the rest of them?
Because the rest of them, followed. They towed the company line.
Okay, but on for realsies, do you buy into that shit at all?
Into what?
The shit that Alex Jones yells into a microphone like Kennedy assassination. What do you think? What's your take?
I think Lee Harvey Oswald was a trained Marine sniper who made what would have been a routine shot for a trained Marine sniper.
So you're basically no fun.
Yeah, no fun.
No fun club. No fun club.
There's some movie where they're like starting out at a Marine training camp. Okay, and the instructor's like, can someone tell me what Lee Harvey Oswald and so from the Texas Book Depository and so all have in common? Sir, they were all U.S. Marines, sir. Because the Marines do one thing well. They don't make good people. They make good shooters.
That was in the... Can you imagine if that was actually said when you joined the Marines?
Oh, dude, it has to have been. Because, it's a true fact, right? Like, if you look at, who the Texas Book Depository, that dude, I can never pronounce his name. He was a Marine. Like, you don't just get up on the top of a bell tower and start picking people off in a parking lot.
Oh no, the School Book Depository was Oswald. That's what he was shooting out of for the Kennedy assassination.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Okay, then who was the person in the bell tower?
I'm not sure, but I know what you're referencing there.
The Texas Tech bell tower, maybe?
Bell Tower Pokemon comes up before Bell Tower shooting.
Really?
Charles Whitman. He was at the
Charles
Austin,
Whitman.
Texas. Yeah, the in and around the tower on the afternoon. On August 1st, 1966. Wow, the 60s were a tough time for Texas and
Shootings.
Yeah.
Well, it was before, it was back when we had all those gun control laws that were, making sure guns were only in the hands of criminals.
Hey now. It's not the guns that kill people. It's Charles Whitman.
It's the Marines that the government trains.
Yeah.
That Whitmore guy, didn't he have like a brain tumor or something? And he wrote a letter about, I can't stop and shedding my brain, and you'll see that I had no choice.
He discovered a tumor which is labeled as astrocytoma.
Boom.
Which he noted as being approximately the size of a pecan. How big is a pecan?
So, you know how there's like the little break on your thumb?
Yeah, so it's just like the upper knuckle of your thumb?
It's about how high it is, and it's about as fat as my thumb, not yours.
Oh, so it's a sizable tumor. Oh, no, but hold on.
On your brain.
He describes the tumor as having a small amount of necrosis and concluded that the tumor had no effect upon Whitman's actions the previous day. However, the result was later revised. See Connolly Commission below. Man, Connolly, he was involved with both of these motherfuckers.
We found the link. Connolly, Illuminati confirmed.
He was, all he had to do was take a bullet through the leg, right? He was the, yeah. That's the way you get out of it, right?
Right,
No,
like when you're like, it's kind of like when you're a gangster and you just sort of want to age out. First, you have to kill someone just to show that you're not going to rat on everyone.
Right.
They're like, so if you want to get out of masonry and being Illuminati, you're going to have to take a bullet in the leg.
Yeah, we're going to assassinate the president while you're right in front of him.
Yeah, we're going to show you that, hey, if we wanted that bullet in your head, it was like 2
maybe
feet.
he didn't know. This was actually after it happened. So maybe they did that, and then they were like, we need one last thing from you, dog. Oh, wow, there's a picture of Whitman's body on Wikipedia, and he got jacked! Jesus! Check this shit out.
What's his name?
Oh my god, Whitman, I'll just paste this shit. This is ridiculous. I can't believe it. Sometimes I just come across this and they put it there so clinically. I'm just like, what?
Oh.
That's like he got blasted and then fell out of the tower, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, where are even the entry wounds? Is that the eye? Oh, you can zoom in further. Great. And further yet. Wow. Okay. It's a high-def image in black and white.
What's around his neck?
That's exactly what I was just about to ask. That looks like... Oh, now I suppose we better read about how he died. It said at the top of the page, cause of death, multiple gunshot wounds, and then in parentheses, concluded justifiable homicide.
Really? Not Hellfire missile?
Yeah, not quite our favorite cause of death here at the MaD Bro Radio podcast.
Wait. He was a U.S. Marine. Boom. Of the 25 deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history, let's see how many of them were committed by former Marines.
Yeah, everybody's talking about these SSRIs and shit.
Holy crap, I've never heard of this. October 16th, 1991, in Killeen, Texas. 35-year-old George Hennard crashes his pickup truck through a wall of a Luby's. After exiting...
That sounds awesome. A Luby's?
Yeah. No, dude, it's like imagine retirement home food.
Okay.
They like exclusively market to old people for their like senior discount. It's terrible food. Okay. After exiting the truck, Hennard shoots and kills 23 people.
Wow. That's made all the more powerful by a picture of him that I'm about to send you, which is very disturbing.
Oh, it's him.
Very disturbing.
Wow.
I like his head of hair, though. It's got volume. So what makes you do that? Well, I mean, what do you, why the Lubies? What is a Lubies? Had you heard of Lubies before? Is that a thing? Is that still around?
No, it's a very popular chain of restaurants in Texas. Very popular.
Lubies. If you call your restaurant a cafeteria.
Oh, yeah, not a restaurant. I'm telling you, like, they market to old people. Okay. You want to hear my story of the one time I went to Lubies?
Yes. Did it make you want to shoot 30 people?
Yeah, maybe not.
How many
20...
people were in this fucking Lubies, by the way? 23 people, sorry.
Dude, if you go there at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, when all the old people are there, it'll be packed, like a line out the door.
Right. The age. The youngest person at this Lubies was 29.
Yeah, like...
The majority of them look to be above the age of... Let's call it above the age of 50. Yeah. Okay.
It's old people.
Anyway, your Lubies story. Let's,
So, this is like... maybe 11 p.m. or whatever. No, we'll say 10. I go in there, and I order the chicken fried steak.
Okay.
And there's this guy who, black guy, who, like, while I'm ordering the little line and they're writing it down, because that's not something they just have on the line, you know? This is like you walk down the line, say the thing you want, they scoop it and give it to you.
So it's like it is literally like a school cafeteria then.
Yes.
Wasn't just a fancy name.
I was like, I want the chicken fried steak, whatever, the macaroni, you know, I do the whole thing. And this black guy just storms up and he's like, I want to get something different. I'm not paying for this. Okay. And they're like, sir, can you just sit down? He's like very agitated. I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying for this damn whatever. And then the manager's like, sir, we'll get you set up. What's the problem? He goes, this steak is too goddamn breaded. It's too breaded. Too breaded. Just keeps yelling, too breaded.
That's a great rapper name, really.
No, it's a terrible rapper name.
Too breaded.
Too breaded.
How does it... Did you see it? Did you get to look at it?
That's the thing. I had just ordered a chicken fried steak, so I sit down. It's too breaded. He was correct.
You agree?
I agree.
Okay, how is something...
Okay. Let me demonstrate. So, let's say the steak patty on the inside of it is like this big. Okay.
So we're talking about a pack of Trident gum.
Okay. Now the bubble of air that was inside of the breading was like that big.
I mean, now we're talking a small New Testament copy.
Yes,
that's just my only unit for that size of thing.
You're just so religious.
You know, it's either Trident gum.
You take your fork, you put it in, you cut, and it's nothing but breading.
So it just does it deflate?
Yes.
So please tell me you went up there and demanded something different.
Oh, I don't like confrontation. I just ate my macaroni and went home.
Was it at least good for the small Trident pack of steak that it was?
The actual steak part, terrible. It was all like stringy and...
See, what is a good steak? I don't like steak at all, so I don't know. Anytime I eat steak, good or bad or whatever, other people have to describe it. I don't enjoy it.
I don't eat steak that's not chicken fried.
Okay.
And my only standard for that is that it's not chewy.
I feel like all steaks...
Can my human teeth cut through the meat? That's my only standard.
Okay. I like you. Low maintenance on the steak. A lot of people are very particular about it, I feel like.
Oh, it has to be medium rare with a little bit of blood on the inside.
Right.
I hate those people. Oh, if you get your steak well done. I'm sorry, I like my food cooked.
Yeah, I like my food differently than yours. I guess that makes me, I don't know. I mean, I'm a subpar human being because I like them to cook my meat a little bit more so I don't have to eat blood. I'm not a man.
Like, I realized this used to be a cow. I was just like,
I don't need proof.
Yeah, I don't need proof. I don't want them to like take a blood test and maybe mistake me for a bovine.
I don't get steak at all. I like fried chicken.
Like, who was the first person who was like cooking up cow meat and was like, hey, you know what's really good if I just don't cook it all the way?
Yeah. Yeah, like his bro walks up to him while he's cooking it and is just like, that's it right there, buddy. So trust me on this one. He's like, but there's blood in it. That's the best part. I think there's something, is that some caveman shit?
I don't know, cause like, wait, I was about to make a stupid statement. The cavemen had fire. Okay, I know they did. Right? Cause Prometheus brought it from, atop of Mount Olympus.
You know what's really sad about that little history lesson?
What?
I thought you were referencing that Alien movie.
No, I was
in my head, I'm like, oh, this is a good joke. I haven't seen that movie, but this is a good joke.
You're like, no, just mythology. Yeah, Prometheus brought fire from the heavens for, men to have.
Well, I think that is caveman shit. I think that people like to taste the kill still, right? That's gotta be it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably.
It's gotta be something to do with it.
So me, who doesn't like hunting at all, that's why I like mine well done.
Right.
Like,
yeah, same here. I don't even like eating it at all.
On an intellectual level, I could totally be a vegan.
An intellectual level. That's some really half-assed veganism right there. That's even some half-assed support of veganism. On an intellectual level.
I'm saying like I agree with the ethic of like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be eating animals. Like we have plenty of other like food.
Well, if you agree with it, why do you eat animals?
Because sometimes cheeseburgers are just delicious.
Sometimes?
Well, I mean, we've all had like a McDonald's cheeseburger and you're like, ugh.
Snaps for Davis. I love me some fucking McDonald's.
Snaps for Davis? Is this a new thing you're doing? Snaps?
It came out twice, so I guess it is now.
Yeah, like, the first time I ignored it, like, I was like, I don't know what he meant, but we'll let him have that. But like, what? What are you saying?
Snaps for Davis. Shut the fuck up.
Can you snap your finger?
I just did.
Oh, you couldn't hear it. I'm sorry.
I can only do one. I'm a left-handed snap. I'm a left-hander.
I am left-handed in everything but writing. Ergo, I'm right-handed.
You've lied to me the whole time. You write with your right hand?
Yes.
Oh, well.
But you asked me to throw a ball, I pick it up with my left hand, ask me to...
I'm kind of the opposite. I write with my left hand, play guitar with my left hand. I would throw a ball with my right hand. I eat with my right hand.
Oh, I think that's the big one. Which hand do you eat with?
That might...
Okay, here's a question. So, is being left-handed, is it like just... Is it less common than being right-handed just in America, or is that a worldwide trend?
It's like a worldwide trend.
Really? So, like, if we went to, like, Bangkok, the majority of people would be right-handed?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's the whole world. The vast majority is right-handed, but the left-handed population is going...
Like you know this?
I know this.
Like, how?
Google it.
Oh, so I need to Google it to prove what you're saying?
No, I could Google it to prove what I'm saying. I'm not like you. I can't bust out like exact numbers that are proven wrong later.
I'm just curious, like, I wonder why that is. It seemed like it would just be 50-50, right?
You would think, but also but especially like in other places, and even here until not that long ago, you couldn't really get an accurate count of that because people were discouraged from using their left hand.
Oh, because if you're in, like, the Middle East, that's the hand you wipe with.
Right. Yeah, so you go there isn't a whole hell of a lot of left-handed people.
Yeah. Like, I eat with my left hand, but,
Yeah. Do you think the left-handers in the Middle East are just really great at wiping their ass? Like, just super good at it?
Oh, it's spotless.
Way better than the next two. It's the one thing they're superior in because they're not allowed to use their left hand for anything else.
Like, I wonder if they get hemorrhoids more often or less often.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have, like, the abrasive toilet paper.
What do they even use in, like, I don't know.
No, they use their hand.
Okay. Do they? Oh, then they just wash it off.
Sometimes.
That's softer.
But you got, like, your fingernails.
I hope they probably keep those short.
No.
They don't? Is this just an extra?
They just wait till they break.
Oh, hopefully while they're not in the process of.
How painful would it be? You get your fingernails stuck in your butt.
Yeah. I wonder if that's a common thing.
Right, there's Okay, change topics.
Yeah, we're disrespecting a whole region of the world. We're sorry, guys. You keep on wiping.
Yeah, like, I realize it's a cultural practice and y'all can...
We just don't understand. In some ways, I feel like we're not as civilized as you guys.
Well, because we're not. So, we've got a lot of feedback on our dumpster baby discussion from last show.
Proving yet again, we know nothing about what we are talking about.
Yeah, because as it turns out, the sign I was referring to, as been pointed out, is actually the sign that says that location, the gas station there, the people who've been trained to deal with runaways, though they get you to some charity if you're a runaway.
Didn't I mention something about this? How I had safe place signs that just meant you could just, it was a safe place?
Oh, you might have.
Maybe. I don't know if I did, but I didn't want to steal your baby dropping thunder.
Yeah, I if you look at the picture though, it looks like someone's leaving a baby.
Dropped a baby?
Yeah.
Hold on, it must be a different
So speaking
picture.
of dropping babies, how much do you know about that Andrea Yates story?
I don't. It's a familiar name, but
She drowned her kids in the bathtub.
Oh, wait. Did we watch a documentary about this once?
Oh, we started to, but then I think both of us at that same moment, when the guy went through the order in which she drowned her children, we both went, oh, this is too dark.
Yep.
Like,
And also, wasn't it, she was fucking nuts. I mean, the fact that anybody left her alone with children, let alone their own father, right? Wasn't
her husband should have gone to prison for that.
Oh, definitely.
Like, when she called, wasn't this thing, she was like, I need you to come home, and his answer was, how many of them?
Something really fucked up like that.
Their phone conversation was like, honey, I need you to come home, and he said, how many of them? And she said, all of them. What?
Yeah, that's almost, I mean, he's basically...
First off, Matthew, you like crazy girls. Would you ever have 9 children with one of them?
9 children with a crazy bitch?
Like you're terrified of having 1. This dude had 9.
Well, I mean, he's a crazy person. That was a case of 2 crazy people getting together and trying to spread the crazy.
What about the Duggars?
Which ones are they?
The Duggars have like 22 kids, and they're white supremacists, and they have a show on TLC.
How do they even put that on TLC? Are they just not that extreme about it?
They just don't mention that they're white supremacists.
At all?
At all. They just go through, well, this is what it's like having, or it might be like 18 kids or 19.
That's fucked up.
Oh,
So
and all of their kids' names start with a J.
I had neighbors that had like 5 kids. Of course, that's nothing compared to 19, but they did that J shit. The J shit's fucking weird. That's almost...
Dude, and these people are like, they are god warriors.
Jim Bob Duggar. He's a former legislator who served in the Arkansas House of Representatives. Arkansas, go figure. A House of Representatives from 99 to 2002. Wow.
I'm surprised. Normally when you have like a politician like that on their Wikipedia page, it'll list children.
Uh-huh.
On the right, his doesn't. There's too many for your little...
Yeah, children,
there.
19.
Yeah, children, 19.
I'm gonna list them right now. He's got, they've got Joshua, Jaina and John David. Those are twins. Jill, Jessa.
Okay, if you hyphenate a name, you name him John David. You want to name him David?
Is he like more of a... Yeah, but you had to stick to the J. Is he more of a kid to them because he's got double names? Jinger, Joseph, Josiah, Joanna, Jedediah, Jeremiah, Jason, James, Jackson, Joanna, Jennifer, Jordan Grace, and Josie. They've been having kids for 21 years. As of 2009.
What?
Oh, they've got a 20th one.
They had a miscarriage.
Oh, she miscarried. Jubilee.
Oh.
Do you think they took that as a sign they're not supposed to have anymore?
Oh, their oldest son already has 3.
God, they just keep coming. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, they're, there's something about, like, their mission, the reason why they're having so many kids is to help populate the world with pure white children.
Or I can't find anything about them being white supremacists.
Let me
I don't just believe it. Trust me.
Okay. Apparently the source of what I was referring to was a Gawker article, so that might just debunked it.
Come on, Gawker's legit as hell.
I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that angle because...
It doesn't matter, they're still terrible people.
Yeah, like you have 19 children. Like, can you imagine the therapy that some of those kids are gonna need? And so not only was their dad a politician, which already messes up kids, their parents were insane religious people. Okay?
Problem being is that's gonna mean that they are...
Insane religious people.
Religious people,
oh,
right?
No.
Yeah, exactly. And there's 20 of them. How do you even support...
Okay. So you have 19 kids living, no, like, they built their own house. Like, every board and nail was put in by a member of that family.
Wow.
They had a whole season of their show was based on that.
You know, that's just kind of a strange thing, because I would think that anybody that wants 19 children is so dumb, I wouldn't expect them to be able to build a house.
Okay, so you have 19 children living in a house out in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. How much incest was going on?
You know?
I don't
like to assume the worst about people, but look at Jim Bob's face. Just vacant. I think there was incest going on in the family tree before he was born. This vacant fucking stare. I just want to make kids. God just put me here to make kids. By God, that's what I'm gonna do. I feel like we're being a little mean to him, but at the same time, they adhere to certain standards of modesty and clothing. Do not wear shorts and tank tops. They do not wear skirts above the knee.
What?
They feel that exposing the thighs amount to nakedness and shame, and also runs the risk of defrauding others by encouraging lustful thoughts. If we show our thighs, you might think lustfully about us.
Oh man. Okay. Let's wrap this up by going to the podcast. Let's go back to the podcast, Kate.
Yeah. Okay, back to the podcast, Kate. What are we gonna talk about?
Okay, so I finished House of Cards through season 2.
What did you think?
I think it was really strong in like the last 45 seconds of the season was like what? So like they established that if they rescinded Fang's asylum, they would get obstruction of justice. Okay, that doesn't change just because Underwood becomes president. Just because he became president doesn't mean he's immune from obstruction of justice.
Got him on the technicality. I don't even remember that part.
Okay. How come she had his ring remade and it's clearly the same ring? Like,
clearly.
No one gets a dirty ring remade. You don't get it remade like, hey, rub some dirt on it.
I feel like, okay, definitely on that one you're nitpicking.
Yeah, that's a nitpick. Okay?
How terrifying was that last little, ring on the desk thing?
Why is it terrifying?
It scared the fuck out of me. I didn't see it coming. You're just staring at him, it's all quiet, and then the little tap tap.
Really? This motion that they've established is like his thing surprised you?
It was, maybe I watched it with the volume too high. I don't know.
That's what it takes. Loud noises scare me.
They do.
I've started The West Wing, which I've seen just enough episodes of to know that I'm in.
How long is it?
7 seasons.
How many episodes are you in?
4.
Am I gonna have to start this?
You don't have to.
I think I watched the first, maybe the second episode, and I thought it was okay. I just found it's kind of boring.
Well, you're comparing it to House of Cards, which came out like what, 15 years later.
It doesn't really matter that it's not the age of it. It's just everybody's too nice.
Again, it's a quasi comedy show made for CBS or whatever station it came on. House of Cards is a remake of a British TV show, which was a make of a book which had lots of murder and sex.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll watch it maybe. But, so you're watching it,
Wait. Have you seen the British House of Cards?
No.
We need to watch that.
Britain's boring as fuck, dude. I can't be bothered.
You know what I started today? I tried starting a show called Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, you texted me about it. What is it about?
Holy crap. That is the worst show I've ever seen.
What's the premise?
It was worse than Bates Motel.
And that's saying something.
Okay. The premise of the show was there's an Irish gang in like the 1920s in Birmingham, England. And like there's this charismatic dude. It's like the British version of Boardwalk Empire.
I haven't seen that either.
And it's like I have a real problem in that I speak English, so I expect to be able to understand when other people speak English.
Yeah.
And like why is it that the English don't speak English well at all? Like an Australian, I can understand what they're saying. If you're from New Zealand, I get you. India,
yeah, it's just nice stance, but it's not a different fucking language, basically.
Like India, I have a easier time understanding people from India speaking English than I do like someone from anywhere like a mile outside of London.
Yeah, good point. That's a very good point.
Like those pikey videos? Impossible. You need subtitles.
There's a show that was very like that sort of, where it was kind of hard to understand what they were saying, but was a great and very short show because the episodes are super short and there's only 24 episodes. It's called The Thick of It. You should watch it sometime.
No, I'm not into British shows.
Dude, it's great. Okay, but whatever. Don't watch it then. So, The West Wing. What's, I can't even talk about it. I haven't really seen it. So, what else? What else have you watched? That's it?
That's pretty much it right now.
The West Wing. What have I been watching?
I mean, Survivor. I don't think you want to talk Survivor, even though you agreed to watch it.
Yeah, I just can't get into it. Yeah, I feel this is a pretty unremarkable, go back to the podcast, Kate, segment, but I've just been watching The Daily Show and South Park and the Colbert Report.
How much has Jon Stewart been playing up his movie?
It's funny you would ask that. I just watched the episode from last night, and it was all about promoting his movie, and so they had John Oliver on to act as the host and interview people from the movie, so he couldn't be seen as,
What's John Oliver's new show called?
Last Week Tonight, and it's on HBO.
Which is really good. I've seen clips from it, and
yeah, I've seen clips too that make it seem good. I just don't have a way to access HBO shows without. Well, who am I kidding? Yeah, I have the internet, but there's so much shit to watch. I haven't even caught up on The Walking Dead for 3 weeks now.
Do I have to start that?
The last episode I saw.
Do I have to start that?
You do, and it's on Netflix up until this latest season, I believe.
Would I like it?
It's gonna be. If you made it through Lost, you'll make it through the hard times of Walking Dead. I will say, the last 2 episodes I saw, which were the first 2 of this season, maybe even just the first one, combined with what I've heard about the last episodes I haven't watched yet, it's on its way back up. But it gets bad.
Really?
It gets bad.
What about True Blood?
No. Isn't that a vampire show?
Yeah. I'm into vampires. You know what movie I saw that I thought I was gonna hate, but it was pretty good?
What's that?
Dracula Untold.
You know what? For some reason I saw a preview or something and that seemed like it would be good. Who's in it?
Don't ask me what the guy's name is.
It's nobody notable, like very notable. I wouldn't know.
I mean, no, the main dude is pretty recognizable, like his face. He's like that dude who's in all the vampire movies.
So they just got the regular vampire guy?
Oh, you're gonna make me look up this guy's name. Yeah, it was really good. Oh man, the ratings on this movie are so bad. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 24.
On this movie, the one we're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, I can't check it out then. Rotten Tomatoes told me not to.
Luke Evans.
I don't know.
Dude, no, Google him, you'll recognize his face.
And he's just in Vampire? Does he have that look?
He plays Vlad the Impaler, who also happens to become a vampire.
This kind of, if by vampire movies you meant like every generic, the Three Musketeers.
Oh, he's in The Hobbit.
Yeah, and Fast and the Furious 6 too. This is not helping him out any.
He might be my favorite actor now.
Oh, of course.
Oh, he was in The Raven.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, like any like just the most generic TV role. I mean, generic movie roles ever.
Oh, he was in Blitz with your crush.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Statham.
He really got outshined, but
everybody seems to think this Interstellar movie is like the shit. And I was gonna watch it, but all the leaks so far have just been like people with a camera in a movie theater, and
See, the thing with Interstellar is that people tell me that it's like Inception.
Oh, I would love it.
Like it's the same idea, except instead of dreams, it's like time. Because when you travel faster than the speed of light, time doesn't actually mean anything.
Oh, yes. I'm going to just go see it. Why not just go see it in theaters, Matt? Why not? I haven't been to a movie.
Because you don't have any money.
I have plenty of money. I just have poor friends, and I hate going to movies alone.
Thanks for the donations, guys.
Okay, we have to use this segment of the podcast so I can gush about Star Wars at least once a week.
No. Hold on. So, I'm about to say, because normally when I say something is like Inception, it's a criticism.
You didn't like Inception?
No, I thought Inception was great. I don't like movies that try to be Inception while not being Inception. Right? Like don't try to be like this big time thriller and we're gonna put in this twist and
we're gonna fuck your mind and
we're gonna blow your mind, bro.
What's a movie like that?
I'm sorry?
What's a movie like that?
Oh,
I know what you're talking.
Every Liam Neeson movie.
No, it's not. Liam, don't you shit on Liam Neeson.
Okay. Have you seen Non-Stop? Which was a good movie
You
until
told me to watch it, and I haven't watched it. You recommended that movie to me.
No, I might have, because it was a good movie, and then I thought about it and was like, their whole
Wait, isn't he like on a
flight
plane?
marshal, like, they try to make this whole political point, and they're trying to make you think, and like, yeah, no.
Yeah, he's a great dude, but his movies are kind of on the same page every time. It's just, he's gonna somehow kick more ass than he looks like he should be capable of.
Okay, well, let me strike the first Taken from that and say that is a cinematic masterpiece on its own.
Right, no, it's a great movie. I don't think you could really fuck up a Liam Neeson movie. I can't think of one that's bad that he's in. Okay, the worst one he's in, which I like a lot, is Star Wars Episode 1.
Episode 1, Phantom Menace.
I just watched that last night, and you know what? Better than I remember it. I haven't watched it in like 10 years, but this is how you have to watch it. If you go on, somewhere, you find there's something called the Phantom Edit, and it was made in like 2001, 2002.
See, you're about to tell me something like people who have the Pulp Fiction in order, okay?
No, somebody just cuts all the bullshit out. They just cut the bullshit. It's still a linear.
Exactly. Okay.
That's fine.
You can't say it's a good movie when you remove all the bad stuff. Okay.
It's okay.
It's one product.
I would have watched it with the shitty stuff, and it still would have been better than I remembered it. I think it was probably the best.
Why do people hate on Jar Jar Binks so much? He was like the one character I liked.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's so typical of you to say.
What? That I would like the pseudo-Jamaican character?
I'm not even gonna talk to you about that. We're not talking about Jar Jar Binks at all.
What? I liked how they carried on the thread of he was like a friend to them. He was important.
I guess. Okay. You know what? I don't want to be that douchebag.
Like they made a friend in episode 1.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just too much. It was too much, especially in episode 1. Now, that's mainly what they cut out, is mostly the annoying Jar Jar.
That was a really interesting, like, exile story, and then, like, he used the Jedis to, like, kind of get in their good graces, and by the end of it, he was an ambassador to, whatever planet.
Use anybody. It just was happenstance. He was a total moron.
No, like, he was a part of the team.
Well, he was a part of the team, but a total moron.
No.
Happened to do these things.
He was just as useful as Chewbacca. Okay, so in general, my favorite superhero is Batman. I think Batman has the best villains. Okay?
That's true.
Okay, by far, Batman has the best villains. Okay.
I can't even think of anybody that competes villain-wise.
And I think
like Spider-Man.
just as a superhero, Batman is best.
Nah.
It's believable. Like when you were a little kid, you're like, dude, all I have to do is be a billionaire and I can be Batman.
That's a good point.
Okay. I already lost the lottery by not being born on Krypton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no radioactive spiders just crawling around. I mean.
Okay, so I know that's DC, but Marvel has the best top-down lineup.
Oh, Marvel's far superior. I mean, when you look at the lineup, definitely.
Like, top to bottom. DC has the best villains, top to bottom, just because of Batman.
Yeah, just I can't think of any other villains from DC that are any good.
If you remove Batman from DC,
they're done for.
Yeah.
That ship sinks. What do they have? Superman? He's the worst superhero of all time.
Like, Superman's like, if two kids are playing on a playground, they're like, oh, but I can fly now.
That's exactly. I mean, they just keep making shit up. No, well, I can shoot lasers out of my eye. I can, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can stop bullets with my eyelid.
Yeah, I breathe underwater now. I also run super fast and I can lift anything. I have super strength.
Through breathing, I can fly through space.
Yeah, see, that's that's the problem with superheroes like that. Is that
except for when I wear a suit, I need glasses.
Yeah, and then nobody recognizes him. Right. Yeah, see, DC just sucks in that regard. At least, and who are the other notable DC heroes? None of them are good.
Flash.
The Flash, great, he runs fast and dresses atrocious.
Who's the villain from The Flash?
A turtle? I don't know. What's the opposite of the Flash? I mean,
Okay,
something.
Aquaman?
Also equally as bad.
Yeah, okay. But, DC has the best villains, just because of Batman. Okay.
DC, I can't even think of one DC villain besides Batman villains.
Lex Luthor.
Oh, good point. And the green, who had the ring? The Green Lantern had that one guy that had the orange ring. Just everything he had except the opposite.
That's such a weak,
it's a weak premise, yeah, but that's the only one I could think of.
Marvel has the best top-down list of heroes.
Unfuckwithable. I mean, you've got the Avengers and the X-Men right there. Just add those two together. I mean, you could drop the
I'm not
Avengers.
a big X-Men fan.
You're not a what?
I'm not a big X-Men fan.
You gotta look past the movies, definitely. But I mean, as a whole.
Not the movies. I'm talking like the cartoons that were on TV when I was like a kid.
Was that your intro to superheroes in general? Because that was totally mine.
Yes.
Just the TV shows they had.
Okay, I was a big fan of the Batman show. Okay.
Me too. Batman and Spider-Man were my shit.
Wasn't a big Spider-Man. Okay. Big on Batman and Cat Dog.
That's not a superhero.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. I used to watch those two shows.
That's the weirdest fucking show. Nickelodeon weirded me out when I was a little kid.
What was their obsession with like dropping slime on people? That has to be a cum shot reference, right?
There's some weird sexual shit going on, and there was at the mid-90s Nickelodeon studios.
Yeah, like
get slimed.
Okay. What I was saying is I really liked the Avengers movie. Okay? But my major problem with it was, in fact, watch it? I'm sorry?
I was gonna guess your major problem. That's my major problem. I loved it the first time I see it. I don't think I'd be able to sit through it a second time.
I've seen it twice, and it was just as good the second time. My biggest problem with it, and this is like my only complaint about that movie. Okay, so you put Captain America in his suit, Iron Man in his suit. You put the Hulk with green. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thor is Thor.
Thor's Thor. Hawkeye, black suit.
He could just be a special forces dude that just got thrown into the thing. I could shoot a bow very well.
If you didn't know who the Marvel guy who has a bow and arrow was, okay, you would have no clue who that was.
Right. Even Black Widow. At least she was recognizable. The red hair and the skin
type. They used her name. Okay, yeah, Hawkeye.
You know why I think they did that? Is
because it looked cartoony.
They wanted more opportunities for movies, and they knew no one would ever want to watch a movie about him. So they threw him into the first one just to get it out of the way. And now they're gonna do, because the next one's gonna have Scarlet Witch.
Aren't they doing the TV show?
They've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's not in it.
No, the Netflix show.
About him?
Okay, this might be DC, but didn't Netflix signed up and there's going to be 4 superhero shows? Look it up. I don't remember who they are. I thought Hawkeye was one of them. I could be completely wrong. I know they signed to do 4 superhero shows.
Hold on, you're right. Let's see what they are.
Thanks for listening to Matt and Robert Google things.
The series will start, you're right, with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage.
Yeah, so not Hawkeye.
Good, because no one would watch that shit. Wait a second.
I would
Jessica
if they
Jones.
Put him in the suit. I know it would look cartoony, okay, having him out there with his, essentially in the Wolverine outfit. did they ever put Hugh Jackman in it?
Like the yellow outfit?
Yeah.
No.
There's only one Wolverine, and that's wearing yellow and purple.
I'm kind of with you, but it is goofy. At the same time, I don't know how they could have pulled it off.
Dude, you're making a movie. How about just
do it?
Yeah, just do it, and people will still like it.
The X-Men thing, they all dressed in the same outfit.
No, you put Wolverine or Hawkeye in the suit, and what are people going to say? Oh man, the movie was really good until you actually like stayed true to the character.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, that movie was really good until you decided to stick with the actual, lore of the series.
Yeah, with the character I knew and grew up with and loved. That's why Avengers was so good. You watch that shit. If you showed that to me when I was 9 years old, I would know instantly that was the Avengers. I guess you probably would looking at the X-Men too, but I mean, it just stuck to it. Oh, that's another character they're adding in the next one, I think. What is he called? The green and orange looking guy, Vision or some shit?
Honestly, I've never seen the X-Men movies.
No, I'm talking about the Avengers.
Oh. See, I'm not that familiar with the Marvel heroes.
I used to read the comics, actually, after I got to the
Really?
tunes.
Comics?
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting back into it.
Why?
I need a hobby. I don't drink anymore. I need something to spend that booze money on.
I quit drinking, so I filled the hole with 50-cent comics.
They're not 50 cents, I'm sure, but hey.
You can go to the half-price bookstore.
That's where I used to get them. That's exactly what got me into it. And they were 50 cents there.
Dude, how big are the half-price bookstores in Iowa?
I think there's only one local that I could, like, in driving distance, or reasonable driving distance, and it's moving on up. It moved from one location that I kind of grew up going to like a twice the size location, and it's great.
We have the original here in Dallas.
Of course you do.
Oh, of course you do. It's like 2 stories of awesome.
Oh, I'm jealous of that shit. 2 stories?
Yeah, it's 2 stories tall. And they always have the best stuff. Like, if you go to the video game section, they always have like, oh, here's a factory sealed box of Ocarina of Time.
And aren't they always reasonably priced?
Yes.
I mean, here. It just seems like you look at it and you're like, why didn't they just eBay this?
Yeah. And I mean, for the factory sealed Ocarina of Time, it still has a $500 price tag on it. But if you're in the market to buy that, you're a collector, and that's like a good price.
Right, it's reasonable, and it's there. You don't have to order it online and hope that it doesn't get fucked up in shipping. It's in your hand.
Hey friends, thanks for listening. We will see you guys next week with another episode. Thanks for listening, guys.